Hi folks, so we are back at the 8 Regents of Westeros tournament in the Stark Tyrell match, and we have one of the recorded games here between Reinhard and Nico. So Tyrell got 6 to lead in this one, so basically they have 5 match points and this is the first of them, so it will be very difficult for Stark to come back in this one, but we have Reinhard, our star player, so every chance. And Nico, I think at this point still undefeated, 4 wins in the first 4 rounds. So he is playing Tyrell Many-Faced God, which means Randall Tarly, the 7 cost, which is one of the strongest decks in the game in my opinion at this point. And we are playing Valyrian Steel. That deck also is pretty good in Stark. Won the Spanish Nationals this year. So 1 Frozen Solid in the deck, and it goes on Fields of the Reach, the claim raise location, which at the moment is not super urgent because it's the only Reach location in play, and might be regretting that a little bit later if Old Town or the Honeywine are in play. Honeywine gets a lot of power to close games, and yeah, Old Town is the big enabler for this deck, I think, because if Randall starts revealing everything, then at some point it's gonna run into a character, and then Old Town needs to be there to draw it and try with Randall again. Just gonna sort the deck a little bit with the event here. And yeah, Summer Harvest opening into our Maiden, so just gets the goal to play Randall and plays him duped as well, so it's not gonna do any kind of Prince who came too late here. It's just here and here to stay unless you can aggro real hard. We have no attachments apart from that Frozen Solid, which is a bit sad. And Nope Throne can now call something. I would say Winter is Coming is a good bet for 1 cost, but you might want to call attachments because it is Valyrian Steel, so you do cut events in favor of attachments, but he does call Winter is Coming. And now Fields of the Reach has some options there, not this round because they're knelt, and there are 2, so yeah, Frozen Solid could have been held back, but then it's a draw with the agenda, right? Which is the thing. If you don't have the cards, you have to dig, and just have to go for it. Didn't need the Honeywine that early. So what's the situation with those High Guard and Honor Guards? They have ambush 6 naturally, I think, and then reduced by 1 for each of the reach location. And another one for the Manifest God agenda, so I think 1 can come in just about for that 1 gold already in the first round. And we attack with 6, which should be enough. We don't Winterfell, so we have something. We do not. Yeah, gambling that killing stuff around Randall Tarly is safer than, or I should say the other way around, that taking the dupe is safer than killing around Randall Tarly. More chances of March than Murgulis, but we got the milk early. He's the only guy that really needs to take the milk. The problem is, of course, it's many-faced god and it's with armies, so they will all have no attachments. As soon as something is into that pile, any negative attachments just go. Before this agenda was redesigned, basically, it was you could choose opponent's characters also, so you can make positive attachments also fall off. So it was a real killer for any kind of cohort deck, and I guess for Valyrian steel as well. Now at least you can do that. I think there are mostly positive attachments in a Stark cohort, a Stark Valyrian steel, I should say. Do we defend with both just to stop Honeywine? We also have Winterfell to stop Honeywine potentially. Okay, so shouldn't be anything really nasty happening here. And here we go. This is really stressful. It's been happening throughout the tournament for Reinhard. Nope, throne. Too many options. I don't think it's that damaging, honestly. We are over reserved though, so what's going? Lesser Scouts. Well, that actually in this deck does do something, because the Honor Guards and the Spies, what are they? High Tower Spies or something like that. They do come in. And Amber Loyalist, so looks like we're happy with our hand now. We do have two small characters with military icons and stealth, so it's quite difficult to oppose us. If we could get eyes onto them or something as well, then maybe Nico is in trouble. He plays the enemies in every shadow, which this deck just works as an econ plot and a big strength boost, and just added bonus to get good matchups against Shadows decks. And we play Smith. Not that much in play, but we can kneel Old Town if he comes in. We could kneel Fields of the Rich. Maybe the Rose Garden. I don't think that's super important though. Is he gonna just use the Nope Throne? Yeah, could just call Rob Stark or something, I think. I have watched this game before when it was being played live, but my memory is not so good. It's been a while now. Hornhill Vanguard, the new one. It's an army with assault and intimidate, a really strong one. And has strength boost, as if the keywords weren't enough. Nothing else though. So little thin on characters in play. And that army, okay, it's great in the dead pile because it gives those keywords and it gives no attachment, so Randall can immediately lose the milk. But also don't mind having it in play. It's not much board presence if that has to die to free Randall. Now, did we plan to play Robb Stark is the question. Good. Big body with renown. And also good. Yeah, might have to go quickly because these decks, once they get the Wardens of the Reach, is it army that has routinely 10 plus strength, it's quite difficult to play the Challengers phase game. Have Misty Morn as well usually to take the armies back, and the High Guard and Honor Guard is just free in the late game. All the rich locations, so if Randall frees himself, we can delay him at least during the challenges phase. And the intrigue icon on Daisy. Okay, that attachment's really good on Eddard, but okay. Intrigue we might actually be pushing through, even against something bigger coming in. And yeah, so we're gonna try to assault the armory so that we can't use it. Or were we going with Winterfell? Winterfell. Just to trigger Honeywine. Then you would also intimidate with that, but if you're leaving the armory standing, you can just stand the character back. Mm-hmm. And we can have a look at the hand still with that attachment if the assist stands and wins. Might leave this one be though. Oh, okay. Do we want to defend whatever is left in hand that we couldn't play out? Risking strength boost though. 3 gold left for Nico, so. But doesn't have any. Here's now the big dilemma. Alysanne can do military without kneeling, but if she does, then there's every chance the army gets killed and Randall gets freed. So at some point you have to decide, are we stalling this and not doing it ever and let Nico orchestrate it somehow if he can? Or are we just doing it and accepting that Milk's not gonna work and Randall will be free? Well, we're doing power first. Now, is there a strength boost or an ambush guy? I guess not. Would have used it, I think, already. Now, military or take dominance? Can do both, but okay. We're gonna force Nico to kill the army somehow. So usually there's a wildfire assault, you don't mind poor fellows and cards like that going for that. But the big 5 cost army, a bit sad to kill it. And we do the agenda trigger before the faction card's knelt. So that was still available. In case there was spy, we could also have a little boost, okay? We're gonna for sure dig for more cards, right? Yeah. Risking a pointy end on Dicey to get rid of both attachments, but I don't think it's in the deck. Ooh, okay. So wildfire might not be the only reset. Often there's the Harris as well. And into an econ plot, so now there's a slight worry that we might overextend here into that the Harris, but let's see. Choices now. Is the army dying? I mean, you probably wouldn't wildfire just to kill the Tamber loyalist, would you? So once Randall free, it's gonna put the army on top. And what are we doing? I mean, unless all the 5 cards are playable. Ooh, looks like they are. Just killing Arya instead of Amber Loyalist. She was duped as well, so guess we're not Morgulising. It's now gonna sort everything and get a bunch of stuff in, I think. Not the fastest thing when you have to do this. First of all, to make decisions and then to click correctly. So with the Randall decks, yeah, you can do the locations that you can cheat in anyway, and then do the cards that you actually want to draw into your hand. But just sorts the draw for now. Maybe the next. Actually, he plays 3 on the bottom, so nothing's on top that he knows about now. Actually, so didn't like those. Now is he gonna free Randall at some point? And there we go. Hornhill often is just cheated in at weird phases, doesn't actually get the bestow. Here he does. And the army is already bigger than anything Stark can play realistically, so let's see what we can do. No Nope Throne used, so allowing us to play Rob if we have him. Maybe at this point wants us to overextend into the Harris. But then the army is also going, right? The Wardens can't survive with Randall. Okay, making Dicey really big. And there is Rob, in fact. And he comes duped, so might have been a better idea to just call him. Okay, we carry the 3 gold actually, so at this point you could call Grey Wind or Ice or something. But yeah, if you had something really important with the Iron Throne still standing there, I think we just marshaled it. Okay, some of those cards are better as a surprise from hand. Name's Grey Wind. And there's the milk falling off. So Randall now has Assault and Intimidate, can get rid of our Winterfell. And we have the Reach locations for Fields of the Reach and Honeywine can trigger, so just gonna do a big power. Military against Rob of course sucks. Can we stop the win by 5? I mean, we can stop the win altogether if we just defend with everything, can we? So +6 for Hornhill. We would be 23. We have 23 also. And standing faction card. Alternatively, just defend with Amber Loyalist, eat everything, and then still have a counter. Okay, defend with nothing at all. Oh, okay. Yeah, lagging, so is he trying to defend with Rob or not is the question now. So, yeah, with the Chad he defends. I think that's probably what Nico was expecting. Doesn't stop anything though. Can get both location triggers here. Although you do only have one left after that. That's standing, right? If you do Fields of the Reach. And he does. So only has Hornhill to stand Randall or the Wardens on defense or for the other challenge, which he for sure will not be doing. Dicey goes, so also only the only intrigue icon here for now. This as well. Yeah, unopposed was not, so still gonna be 7 after this army does the intrigue, if he does the intrigue. I think it might. Now, do we have anything that needs to come in with the agenda? We do. When it's a 3-cost attachment. Ice, okay. But the other ice, right? Yeah, the no save ice. Targeted kill actually would be pretty nice. I mean, they might resist like hell, but killing Randall Tarly and then the deck doesn't function. We actually might Morghulis then at some point, but we did kill Arya for Wildfire Assault. She was duped, so yes, the cards for Amber Loyalist were too important. And Bran goes, I guess he doesn't have that much to do in this matchup. Baron the Maiden Fair is played. Yes, Misty Morn if that was played. Having Bran cancel that would be pretty nice. Actually, we do have some counterplay now. Yeah, at this point we can just do the militaries because it's already too late to stop the no attachments. So that's gonna be the weak one, and then power is gonna be the strong one. And this one's gonna be defended. Yeah, a little bit weak on the board state. Wanted to send the other army instead. Does it make any huge difference? Don't imagine there's any surprise strength boosts from Stark that would make it relevant. But okay. I mean, Randall has renown, so it'd be better if he won this one, but it is what it is. So power we can do now and get dominance, make it a little bit closer. I mean, we do have Rob and Dice in play, so it's not going that badly, but the assault on Winterfell really hurts, right? Assault on Winterfell, and then you can trigger all of those reactions, Honeywine and Fields of the Reach. There's 2 in play and there's not enough locations, but in theory would massively raise claim. So I wonder if the better play was not just to do a big military instead and force something else on top of the dead pile. So Assault really sucks. But it's gonna be 7-6. Oh, was am I being stupid? Was Randall stealthed on the military earlier? That's why he needed to redo. He probably didn't see that he was stealthed. So, I mean, we have some kind of threat of Morgulis. I mean, Ice not doing anything because there's no saves anyway, but we have two duped characters, some econ, but we just played lone, which is not great. And Nico is exposed to that, but we are also kind of exposed to the Harris, but also he is losing his armies. So I don't know. Didn't try to do anything with Randall post standing phase. Also, there is a benefit, clear benefit now to having these locations be standing, of course. And we go Morgulis and he goes to Harris. So after that, there's not gonna be any more resets, I think. Nico goes first. Now what does he do? Has to trigger to Harris first to avoid Randall getting killed. Then we keep Rob and Alysanne and we also stop Daisy getting killed. She goes back then to the deck and can't be fetched by Summer if you have Summer by any chance. But we have two loyalists, we're gonna lose the entire hand, right? Unless we don't keep Daisy and then we have some attachments that go to hand. They are either we keep them to refill or with the gender triggers or we throw those away maybe. I mean Lady's terminal anyway, right? Yeah. So all around not that good, but Nico chooses to keep Randall in play to get killed, so Randall's gonna go on top of the dead pile. Yeah, that means there's gonna be Ghosts of Harrenhal. That's the one plot that protects from if you have to open the Prince who came too late, you of course risk losing that character immediately to Morgulis, and Ghosts of Harrenhal is used to make sure that doesn't happen. So I don't think he fancies getting rid of Randall and trying to draw him again. He knows he has the plot, so he's just going to try to get him back into play cheaply in the plot phase. But that also means it's important for us. What is the top card? Currently it's Arya. Honestly, Arya is pretty good. Could put Daisy there also. But there is Nope Throne, so Nope Throne being used in the plot phase, you can call the top card of the dead pile and then it doesn't happen for the opponent, only happens for you, right? Shaggy Dog was in hand previously, so that was another option for the 3 cost if there was someone being put into the military. Don't remember exactly what Shaggy Dog does, but I think it has some kind of reaction after you win a challenge in which attached character is participating, kill a defending character, something like that. And Lester scouts another one, goes and the sword, which is really good. So this is a really costly Morgulis. Kind of need Greywind and Summer to do their thing and cancel Amber Loyalist, and Summer goes to hand. And you can trigger to bring stuff that just died back. But we don't have that. Wonder if we have a time for Wolves to fetch those cards. I mean, at this point we could have Summer for a time for Wolves and bring back Arya or something. And what are we doing? Alysanne was duped. Did we just use the ice to kill Alysanne after she got saved? Okay. Well, I mean, not exactly guaranteed that the opponent will be okay with that. I mean, you're never gonna trigger ice to kill your own guys intentionally. It lights up, and then obviously Nico had no saves, so I don't know, was that a misplay or but also lagging a bit, and it's right there next to duplicate, so it could be a genuine misclick also, but for sure not the intention to kill Alison. That would be a bit weird. Poor fellows comes in. Not exactly the best character now for us, because it's another character that gains power. Can have it draw cards, I guess, if it's needed. But at the moment our board's a little bit better, and Rob can defend anything poor fellows throws at it. Won't get too excited though, because there's an ambush for sure. Nope Throne still standing. And that's actually now pretty good. I have Rob and his renown into challenges. Well, I have to say we got out of this one pretty well. I mean, Randall will be back, but for the moment we got out of this pretty well. Seems like we're not even gonna suffer military claim. Winter is coming. Yeah, can't pay for that realistically. Need to put a sweet slip in and then gain gold. Those were the last two cards. So, any ambush. Yeah, Rob has Wolf King now, so you kind of don't want to spend him to defend this, but 3 strength's a bit dangerous, honestly. 4 gold left. You can Winterfell it though, yeah. That makes sense. And that means Alysanne will go into it, right? She's a stealth body though, so if... but yeah, actually, if an army comes in, it will be net anyway, because it's gonna come in to do challenges. It's not gonna come in to stay there and be stealthed. Yeah, there's some disconnections and stuff, so it's possibility that this goes to time. And an intrigue icon comes in, can dig a little bit. Only bestows 1 though, so clearly has other uses for those 2 gold. So they're gonna play an additional round when time expires, if it's not over. It's I mean, it's only 6-5, but the resets are gone now, so I think within 2 rounds will be over 10 for both. Okay, so Honor Guard comes in for 1. is there any use for that one last gold, or could he have bestowed two on the informer? This one we can't stop, I think. And the tome was still in hand. Now I think the informer. Yeah, okay, I remember this. This was not the best here for Nico, because Arya is on top of the dead pile. Could have used the agenda to give the informer. I mean, or Randall Tarly's power icon and force Rob to kneel, but stealth even better, I think. Give her the power icon and stealth, get past Rob, and then you can trigger Fields of the Reach there for claim race. Honeywine you can't because you're not winning by 5, but or are you with Hornhill? No, I don't think so. Unless there's more stuff in hand. And then you get 2 claim power on top of everything. Now it's just standing there to do nothing. Well, win dominance, which he would anyway with 1 gold. I think that's a costly misplay here for Nico. No claim for us, but we do have unopposed and renown. And now I suspect we might be going into that Ghosts of Harrenhal, and then yeah, for sure Nico is in a much better position than he is now, because he has 2 stands on top of his current board, but there will be a bit of a top decking battle. 1 card in hand for each might not be immediately useful, so see who draws better. We do have kind of a draw agenda in some ways. I mean, we don't have a Seasoned Woodsman, but any attachment that we play can potentially replace itself. Yeah, I mean, should have been 2 claim power. Going the other way would be 10-7 for Nico instead, right? Any useful plots left? How about some you win or you die or something? Can't play that, I guess, in a deck with Rob. Time for Wolves. I mentioned that actually, yeah. But he didn't use Nope Throne, so Arya does come in. I mean, it's only Arya, I guess. And Summer can bring in Alysanne Dupe or something. Arya was the card that Summer wanted to bring in anyway, I think. What does he do? Bran. Bran, who has insight if Summer is in play, as I've recently learned, so could be useful. I don't know, game kind of went downhill for Nico. I mean, even if he triggered the agenda previous round to do the 2 claim power, we'll see what gets marshaled, but board side is not looking so good. I think on top of that, kind of weak uses of Iron Throne in this game. He called Rob initially, but then he gave up on that plan and he allowed duped Rob to come in at some point. And then didn't use it on the Ghosts of Harrenhal where it was obvious what the top card was. But I think actually now looking back at this situation, Summer coming in wasn't that impactful. If he wanted Arya, he would get Arya. So this round and another one, well, if it's quick stuff then they might squeeze yet another one in, I think. But yeah, might finish anyway. So he's got locations into the hand, which is not ideal. Kind of want to cheat those in and draw characters instead. Have to dig aggressively in every phase, I guess, for with Randall's ability for that. And this is not a good situation now for Nico. Now what do we bring in? Even if nothing, I think we're doing okay now. Although that assault guy is back as the top card, so our strength is one less on everything, I guess, when Winterfell is assaulted. Don't have that much econ. Do we have a dicey? We have a Grey Wind in hand. That would have been nice with Summer earlier. What's it going on? I assume Rob. Yeah. Draws a card, so to go left, which could mean Bran. Bran, he knew was in hand. Nico did. Still keeps that Nope Throne standing. And it's a bit of a sad call, because Bran's not the card that's gonna ruin your game, but at least you know of it. Gets to reducers instead. Noble lineage, yeah. Everything has a power icon. Now what? Have to also get around Caitlyn if you want to trigger your stuff, that's the thing. So have to first give Randall the intrigue icon, intimidate Caitlyn. That challenge to do a big power with all the triggers. But Reinhard's just gonna defend with the chods and then still have everything, right? I was doing it this way, basically saying I'm gonna get unopposed or Caitlyn's gonna be knelt. And Reinhard does not wanna waste Caitlyn here. Ooh, Mage Mormont was available. I'm sure we would have the gold next round to play her. So the last card's gotta be Bran now. And for Nico, I mean, he has an Ambush 0 card in the deck. So that would be his best bet at this point, I guess. We can defend this with Summer and just lose, or we can try with everyone. If Horned Heal is used and we lose, Rob's gonna stand them anyway. But we might want to have a standing Rob for sure. to strike back because he is a non-kneeler with stealth now on the military challenge. But yeah, also Nico will get intimidated if you don't properly defend, right? So even after Rob stands the board, if he wins by 7, it's just gonna intimidate him again. Yeah, hope it goes okay this, because we are on the verge of winning. We can defend with 14, and it will be 15 on attack if Hornhill is used. Then there's still, I guess, some possibility triggering High Garden. Okay, defense without Alicane. So if now it's used, still can't intimidate Rob when they stand, and unless there's a High Garden card, that's then spending all the resources basically on this challenge. Wins by 5. Useful for Honeywine, less useful for the big Intimidate, I guess. Might do Caitlyn now. Now what can still happen with Randall's ability? Had to spend all or a lot of these locations, so if he now stands, that means Fields of the Reach cannot be used. And that's also kind of good. That means it's quite limiting the amount of power that can be gained here on the power challenge. So Randall on the power challenge. Let's say it's an opposed power with Renown and the Honeywine trigger, that's 13. So unless there's a superior claim or something, we are quite safe. But come on, let's not end on a disconnect. There we are. So we're still in the window where he's trying to stand Randall, I think. Oh, we have Graven now. So we have to have Reinhard connected so that he can click past that. And he doesn't, he cancels it. Graven himself goes to hand, so no more stealth on Rob. But now He's spending the last one here, so only one stand. I think we can defend this, but we might be doing more if we just oppose and have Rob standing. But yeah, we have to be careful about the intimidate. Can we oppose with everyone except Rob? That would be 7-5, and I don't think you can raise the strength enough to intimidate or even to win by 5 is difficult. Could get +2, I guess. So at best, High Garden is used to get to 9-4 and trigger Honeywine, and then everything's nuts and it's not gonna stand again, right? You just can't leave this completely unopposed because that's so risky. Fully defending. I'm gonna try to do 2 challenges with Alisane. Is there anything that could raise the strength? No, okay. But we also now don't get to 15, right? We only get to 14. Which is still pretty dangerous if Nico has initiative next round. I think we had 14 anyway. Even if we did my plan unopposed properly. Or not properly, I mean to lose and then have Rob standing for the counter. So also I think it ends on 14. Except this way, I think Nico has less. By the way, no all town, all game. I mean, there's 39 cards left in the deck, so didn't dig that successfully. But yeah, that's the big one really. And I mean, if it was there from the start, would have also got a lot of power. Then we'd be regretting that Frozen Solid on Fields of the Rich, but now I think not so much. Also, Nope Throne, honestly, would need it to be frozen ideally, but it wasn't used that well here, I feel. Do we have something that wins the initiative? And the salt character is gone from the top of the dead pile, of course. That's probably the thing that hurts the most here for Nico. Because now can't assault Winterfell. So it'd be difficult to push any challenge through. Just trying to think what the last plots could be. I mean, have a suspicion close call is in the deck, it usually is. And that's exactly what's played. Then we have Withering Cold. So we're gonna stop the extra card being drawn, and we do have initiative now. And we're gonna have stealth when Greywind comes back. can't nope down him because he can still come in challenges. Withering Cold, interesting. Could have maybe been used at some point earlier, but quite useful now. The AC. Oh, she's still alive. Just gonna put Grevin here. Probably draw another card, right? Not on Rob, who could have done 2 challenges with stealth. I think we might just do power because we are on 14. We have enough, I guess. Actually, we draw for the agenda, like I said, okay. And what did we draw? A Bear Island Scout. No more gold now to play Daisy, even if he finds it, but finds Mage Mormont, okay. And the Sansa as well. On her printed strength, still -1 only and +1 from Winterfell. Nothing from Nico, could still have ambush, but not ambush with enough strength, I don't think. And as soon as Caitlyn's in the challenge, it's game. Could play it safe down and do the military with the 2 non-kneelers, but okay. Probably pretty confident that he can win this power challenge. Two stealths as well. Can't even use the agenda now, and just for good measure triggers Winterfell as well. Yeah, that's it then. Went really well after that Morghulis to Harry sequence, honestly, I didn't think it would. But yeah. So that now means it's 6-3, so this was game 9 of this match. And I can tell you now that this is, I think, the last game we have recorded with commentary for this match. Straight after this there was Andy's game as well. He played Hollow Hill, and I do have the last 20 minutes of that, but it's just some manually adjusting misclicks and stuff, so it's not that interesting to watch. But we did win a few after this and got right back into the match, but Tyrell did eventually close it, and all we could get was a 7-6, so that's all we have for this week. And round 7 then, round 6 is going to be Martel, and we'll be bringing you a few more games from that match next. So thank you for watching this one. I hope you had fun. I think it was an interesting game, and see you next time.